Hi there! Welcome to this lesson about gerund and infinitive. This lesson is designed for second year classes. I hope you enjoy it. What is the lesson about? In general, this lesson is about three important things. What's gerund? What's infinitive? When and how to use each one of them. Let's start with number one. Number one is gerund. Definition. A gerund is a verb form that ends in ing and is used in the same way a noun is used. Here are some examples. Reading is my favorite hobby. Reading is the gerund in the sentence, and it is used as a subject of the sentence. Number two. My daughter likes my painting. The gerund here is painting, and it is used as a direct object. Sentence number three. I don't think about going abroad. The gerund here is going, and in this situation, it is the object of the preposition about. Now let's move to some uses of gerund. Generally speaking, again, there are a lot of uses of gerund, but in this lesson, we are going to focus on just three important uses. Let's start with number one. Expressions used with gerund. When you find the following expressions in a sentence, put the verb after them, or put the verb in the gerund after them. The expressions are be interested in, would you mind, be worth, be fond of, be afraid of, can't help, can't bear, look forward to, give up, be used to, I feel like, be tired of. The example here, I look forward to meeting you next week. Number two. Prepositions followed by gerund. Of course, there are lots of prepositions, but I write here just some of them. At, before, in, on, without, by, after, and for. Example. I apologize for coming late to class. For here. After for, we have gerund for coming. Number three. Verbs followed by gerund. When you find one of these verbs, please follow them by gerund. The first types of verbs are verbs of feelings, likes and dislikes, like love, hate, adore, like, dislike, miss, and detest. And of course we have other verbs that can take the gerund. Deny, appreciate, avoid, consider, discuss, enjoy, finish, forgive, imagine, practice. Example, we enjoy playing video games. The second thing in this lesson is infinitive. There are two types of infinitive. We have infinitive with to or infinitive without to. The last one is sometimes called bare infinitive or zero infinitive. So let's start with infinitive with to. Definition. An infinitive is a verb form that is usually preceded by the word to and is used as a noun, as an adjective, or an adverb. Examples. To apologize is not always easy. The infinitive here comes as a subject. She promises to help me. The infinitive here again comes as an object. Harry Potter is the one to watch. The infinitive here comes as an adjective. Students practice a lot to improve. Infinitive as an adverb. Uses of infinitive. Use infinitive after to or after these words and adjectives. Words like what and how. Adjectives like easy, difficult, hard, good, bad, important, necessary, impossible, right, means okay, wrong, wise, happy, sad, proud, ready, rude, impolite. Examples: we're happy to see you again. She learns how to speak fluently. Number 2. Expressions used with infinitive with to. Use infinitive with to automatically after can't afford, can't wait. Example: we can't wait to start our new lesson. Number 3. Use infinitive after these verbs. Generally speaking, these verbs have a future meaning, like want, decide, promise, agree, hope, expect, pretend. Example 1. I promise to be honest with you. Example number 2. I hope to see you in Rabat next year. The second type of infinitive is infinitive without to, or what other people call zero infinitive or bare infinitive. An infinitive without to is a verb form that is not preceded by the word to. Examples: I should be patient. She promised to help me do my homework. I saw him help needy people. The infinitive without to in these cases: in number 1, be; in number 2, do; in number 3, help. In number 1 we have the modal should, so should be. In number 2, help, me do, we have help. Number 3, we have saw, verb see. Now let's talk about uses of infinitive without to. Number 1. Use bare infinitive after these English modals: should, must, can, will, could, would, may, might, needn't. Example: you should respect your parents. We may go on a picnic tomorrow. Number 2. Use bare infinitive after these verbs when a direct object is involved. Remember these 5 verbs: help, let, make, watch, see. Examples: let's go to the other side. Her sad story made everyone cry. She helped her mother finish the chore. The last use of infinitive without to is when we have the following expressions: had better, would rather, rather than. Example: you had better start your revision from now. My brother would rather stay single than marrying that crazy girl. My brother would rather stay single than marrying that crazy girl. The last thing we're going to talk about concerning the lesson of gerund and infinitive is the situation where we use the to. We use gerund and infinitive with to. After these verbs, we can use either gerund or infinitive with to, sometimes with some difference and sometimes with no difference in meaning. The verbs are try, stop, continue, suggest, hate, forget, remember, like, love, begin, allow, permit, forbid. Examples: he stopped working years ago. Now he's retired. Number 2, he stopped to work when he felt tired. He will come back at 3 o'clock. In number 1, when we put the gerund after stop, the meaning is something, or the meaning is that something is done completely, or is finished completely. Number 2, when we put the infinitive after the verb stop, it means that the action stopped for just some time and it will be continued later on. Good luck. Now let's move to some exercises on gerund and infinitive. Of course, we are going to see 2 types of exercises. In the first one, we are going to talk about underlining the correct answer, or we are going to work on underlining the correct answer. And in the second one, we are going to put some verbs between brackets in the correct form. Let's start with exercise A. Underline the correct form of the verb. Number 1. Mario remembered. Do we say to give or given his assignments to his tutor? Number 2. If you can't find the information at the library, try to look or try looking on the internet. So which one is correct? Number 3. Look at mom's car. It should to be in or be cleaned. I'm looking forward to see you in London. Would you prefer staying, to stay, or stay at home tonight, or go in or go out? So which one is correct? Be careful. You mustn't play or to play with that knife. I'm bored with do, to do, doing the same thing all the time. Do you remember living in this village when you were a child? Number 9. Please let me introduce, or let me introducing, or let me to introduce myself to you. Number 10. Rich people should help poor people overcome their life difficulties. The last one. He ordered me to climb the mountain, but I cannot imagine myself to do or doing that. So please take some time and do these examples. The second exercise is about giving the right form of the verbs between brackets. Okay, please just concentrate and try to remember all the things we mentioned before. Okay, let's move now to correction. Okay, so number 1, we have remember. We said after remember, we can use both gerund and infinitive. Here, generally speaking, of course there are some differences in meaning, but generally speaking, both are correct here. You can say to give or given. Number 2. Here we have try. Same story. Try can take the infinitive with to or the gerund. Again, with some difference or no difference in meaning. But here, there is some difference in meaning, but both are correct. The 2 are correct. Both of them are correct. Sorry. Number 3. Here, should. Of course, should plus bare infinitive, should be cleaned. Number 4, looking forward to plus gerund, to seeing you in London. Number 5, prefer both, stay or staying. Mustn't, play, bored with. So in number 6 we have mustn't. Have mustn't here, modal. Number 7 we have with, so gerund. Number 8, remember. Here we used the gerund, even though some people may say that the infinitive with to is correct here, but the gerund, because we have action that happened in the past, happened and finished in the past. Let introduce, help, overcome. 11, imagine, doing. And the last one, I like being. Some people may say I like to be, but here being is more correct. I like being. The last exercise, number 1 we have must. So must turn decide, like future meaning, to terminate. Can afford. Always after afford we use infinitive with to. Afford to buy. Enjoy it. Gerund here is correct. Enjoy reviewing. They are worth watching. Worth are or be worth watching. I suggest, taking, suggest. Are used to scoring. So to here is for used, it's not for the gerund. Easy, adjective, to answer, easy to answer. Start, enrolling or to enroll. Start enrolling or to enroll, both of them are correct. Can't imagine, going, because we have can't imagine. How after, or when we have how, after how we put infinitive with to, how to get. What to do, same story. Preposition of, visiting. Expect, future meaning, to study. Some work, to do. Give up, smoking. Here we have give up. I'd like to fly. So when we have I'd like, I'd love, most of the time we put infinitive with to. Even the gerund is correct too. Avoid making mistakes. Avoid making. We have avoid. Wanted. My parents want me to be. So here we have wanted. About, preposition, about. Preposition, building. I hope, future meaning, to see. I miss, going. Verb of feeling. I can't stand, waiting. Can't help, can't stand. We said plus gerund. Managed, to finish. So manage plus infinitive with to. Couldn't help, can't help, laughing. Appreciate, being. She waited, to buy, wait plus infinitive with to. Denied, stealing. Hate, arriving. Good luck.
يكون الفيديو نال الاعجاب ديالكم، ما تنساوش ديروا اعجاب وتشتركوا في القناه وبارطاجيو مع الاصدقاء.